ready.
I'm number one! Round one.
Welcome to MojoPlays, and today we're taking a look at every character confirmed for Street Fighter 6. The newest entry in Capcom's franchise is right around the corner, and we have 18 characters to try out and find our mains. Who do you plan on trying out first when you get Street Fighter 6? Let us know down in the comments.
Before we begin, we publish new content all week long, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos.
Ryu.
This will be a good fight. Round one. Fight!
It simply wouldn't be Street Fighter without Ryu. Our favorite Hadouken spamming warrior has been around since the very first game, appearing in every single Street Fighter across the decades. So his inclusion here is pretty much expected. But in Street Fighter 6, old Ryu is starting to show some age, and we have to wonder what else he's searching for. You just gonna keep fighting until you're old and gray, man? Bones get brittle over time. Best be careful.
Wins!
Ken. Ken has attained the same status as Ryu at this point. It just wouldn't be Street Fighter without Ken Masters. It also wouldn't be Street Fighter if Ken had a dumb face and hair, which is one of many reasons why Street Fighter V was just all kinds of no. Ken is sporting a more familiar appearance in Street Fighter 6, but all is not well. Criminal activity? Leaving his family? Forced to go on the lam? What the hell happened, Ken?
Sit down and shut up! I've had enough.
Chun-Li.
Ready? Then show me. Time to play.
Round one.
Chun-Li is looking as fine and ferocious as ever in Street Fighter 6. You can expect many of her moves from previous games to carry over, but things have quieted down for our star heroine. Chun-Li has now left the ICPO to live a quieter life, running a dojo and teaching kung fu in a well-respected community. Li Fen, the little girl Chun-Li saved in Street Fighter V and Third Strike, is still around, with Chun acting as her adoptive mother. Perhaps we'll see their relationship flourish a bit more here? Luke. If you haven't been keeping up with Street Fighter for a while, you probably saw Street Fighter 6's horrible cover art and thought, who is this idiot and why is he making such a stupid face? Luke was the last DLC character of Street Fighter V, and Capcom is looking to make him the new face of the franchise. Yep, we got another Alex situation. Gameplay-wise, Luke does look kind of interesting in how he can build heat to dish out more damage, but in terms of, design and story, it's gonna be interesting seeing how the community winds up viewing him.
Too slow! Come on, guy! Come back!
JP. This pompous old man is one of the 6 brand new characters coming to Street Fighter 6. We don't know too much about his story, given he's completely new to the franchise, but what we do know is that he is a class-act gentleman who hails from Russia and has an affinity for chess. We also know that he will not hesitate to beat the snot out of you with his cane. And he can somehow make portals and dimensional spikes? For those of you who like zoning characters, JP might be up your alley. Jury. Yes, the murderous wife is back, though we weren't expecting her to be absent either. Juri is one of the most fun characters to play as from Street Fighter's last decade, and no, it has nothing to do with her step-on-me energy. The acrobatics, the kicking, juggling, it all makes every fight feel like some sadistic circus act. Plus, her whole spider aesthetic is kinda sick. No other character can pull it off the way she can. Guile. It absolutely sucked when Street Fighter V launched with no Guile. Yeah, he was DLC eventually, but we still feel the pain of his initial absence. Well, America's Best Soldier is back, and he is a part of Street Fighter VI's launch roster. Not only does he come with his signature sonic boom, but the hair is intact and looking fine as hell. Is the RE engine making Guile look good? Or is Guile making the RE engine look good? DJ. We gotta say, this dude's got style. In addition to landing some solid hits for light combos, DJ looks like his specialty is in keeping his opponent close. A handful of his moves allow him to bring the hammer down while moving toward his opponent or landing a mighty kick from a comfortable distance. He might prove useful when fighting more aerial foes as well. Manon. Manon makes 3 of the 6 new characters coming to Street Fighter VI, and she is certainly one of the more interesting of the bunch. She's a little bit like Vega in terms of character, as Capcom describes her as, quote, an idealist, forever seeking self-improvement in the pursuit of beauty. So she isn't a murderous psychopath like Vega, but she's still bringing some kind of weird romance to the fight, in a way. Defensive players might take a liking to her moveset, but from an outsider's perspective, she might have a bit of a learning curve to her kit. Lily. The 4th new character in the game, this little girl is ready to kick your ass with... the hell are those? War clubs? Seems a bit unfair compared to everyone else's bare-knuckled strategies, but okay. For what Capcom has shown of her, Lily looks like she'll be great for players who want to utilize mix-ups, launchers, and aerial attacks with great mobility. To everyone else, you might want to pay attention and prepare for anything when she looks like she might be jumping.
Lily wins!
Blanka. Another classic character tied to DLC for Street Fighter V, Blanka makes his triumphant return as part of the initial roster. And yes, he's coming with the classic electric attacks complete with his wild yelling and such. He has also been taking it easy in a similar vein as Chun-Li. What's Blanka up to these days? Well, take a guess. Go on, I'll wait, take a guess. Betcha tour guide of the Brazilian jungles was nowhere near your top 5 guesses, was it? Dulcime. Dulcime is just one of the coolest characters in the franchise in general. So we got a big smile on our faces when he was announced as part of the initial roster. Come on, who else could serve as our fire-breathing, stretchy-limbed yoga master? Being able to keep rivals at a distance is one of the funniest parts of his tool set, much to the detriment of our opponents. Plus, his character is pretty good at helping characters out of their own dilemmas. Perhaps he'll play a part in Ken's story? The man needs it. He needs help, Dulcime. Please. Jamie. Jamie Shu was the very first new character revealed by Capcom all the way back when Street Fighter VI was first revealed. And honestly, we're glad he's here. Street Fighter has been sorely lacking in representing one fighting style that has long been a part of other fighting games like Tekken, Dead or Alive, and even Mortal Kombat. We're talking, of course, about the Drunken Fist. It's a martial art based entirely around hard-to-read and borderline unpredictable attacks. In other words, it's what makes Jamie attractive to those wanting a wildcard kind of fighter, similar to Lei Wulong, Brad Wong, and Bo Raicho from their respective franchises. E. Honda. Our favorite sumo wrestler is back and ready to body and smack the other world warriors. And you know what that means? Time to spam the flying headbutt and 100-hand slaps. Besides that, E. Honda looks like he'll play more or less the same, but with a somewhat bigger focus on grabs and applying wall pressure. So, those familiar with his Street Fighter V iteration might need to adjust their strategies a bit when picking him up. Zangief. If you want a character focused on grabbing and rushdowns way more than E. Honda, you all know already who you're playing as. It's Zangief. And good lord, he looks like he's more muscle than human this time around. Zangief is arguably one of the more interesting characters worth paying attention to, mainly because of how Capcom is streamlining the game for newer players. Fans know how complicated Zangief's moves can be on account of the movement-specific inputs required. So, how easy will he be to pick up for new players with Street Fighter VI's new control scheme options? We'll have to wait and see. Marissa. Yeah, Zangief isn't the only beefcake walking around now. Marissa, the 5th of the 6 new characters, makes her debut as an insanely muscled MMA fighter that utilizes both boxing and wrestling moves, also known as pancration. In other words, Marissa mixes grabs and strikes to deal exceptional damage, serving as an alternative to those who may not be up to learning Zangief or want to try another grappler. Kimberly.
There we go. Still feeling it.
Here is our final new fighter for Street Fighter VI, and she has quickly become a darling of the community. Though as sweet as she seems, something tells us folks are going to get frustrated with her quickly. See, Kimberly is all about mobility, focusing on speed and aerial movement with a variety of mix-ups at her disposal. Making her more intimidating is her shuriken bombs, which will force rivals to think twice about their position. Don't be surprised if people start rage quitting on you should you enter the lobby as a Kimberly player. Cammy!
Too bad.
Our beloved Brit is back and looking super fine. Finer than she has ever been. Look, we are very well aware of the internet's feelings towards Cammy and worshipping her abs and physics. We will not confirm nor deny those people of their feelings, alright? But in all seriousness, Cammy just looks fun to play. Like, really fun to play. When June 2nd hits, you know I'll be hopping on, and I'm gonna cannon spike every one of you to hell. I'll see you online. Did you enjoy this video? Check out some of our other videos here on MojoPlays, and don't forget to subscribe for more great stuff every day.